Hi, people. By the way, the history of the word all didn't really exist until about 1970 something. Um, like I said, I kind of brought it into existence. Well, mostly because, LS, Lucifer. Alice! Alice! What are you doing, Alice? Other people called me Lassie! The Scottish called me Lassie! Um, like I say, I love the Scottish. I love the Irish. They're like my groups. I funded their towns and cities. I even funded like stuff in. I even tried to help the zombie way ones, zombies and all that. Those black people, but some people there's no helping. Anyway, but um, but anyway though the word all actually, like I say, it had more to do with me than anything else. I know that's kind of conceited. No, we're not conceited, not at all. No, 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 no. But well, anyway, it's because I owned a lot or owned everything. Like I say, somewhere around 18, some year, basically, like when I purchased Germany. Like I said, I was going to do a big. I was doing a big water. I was thinking about doing a big water project. Like I say, I was thinking about doing this dam up in Germany and this great big pipeline, and it was going to cost a lot. And I was looking at spending what is basically a third of my fortune or a fair amount of money basically in Germany. I was like, well, I guess I'll build it for me. So, um, and there was this mountain where all the water would come to, and basically I was going to build a dam up there, and I was going to build this thingy, and I was thinking about building this power plant inside the thing, and so because it'd come down at pressure, and then it'd come up, and then it would have water thing, and plus there's a mountain across the way where I wanted to see what was inside of it. They said they at the time they said it was a tall mountain, but it's not really tall. Anyway, though, and we ended up going right through it underneath it, and to supply water to the other side or something like that. I forget exactly what the details were, but there was this big long tunnel about 600 feet across or 1,200 feet across or something down there that they're mining. And they're getting the metal from it, and I was making cars and stuff out of it, basically. That's why I ended up with the Renault manufacturing complex, because it was just like I had all this ore and all this metal. And it's like, well, I wonder what I'm going to do with it. I don't know. Build a ship. It's like, they're like, what are you going to do with it? It's like, I don't know. Build a ship, I guess? Build a couple? Like, it was starting to add up to quite a bit of metal and iron stuff. So anyway, we were mining the stuff. So where were they going with this? Anyway, so eventually, like I got to such a point. I owned a couple of shops, and like I said, there's this thing going on in France where there's a war or something like that, or some sort of skirmish or something. And I had done some stuff in France, or had some people there. I was like, hey, I got people there. And so I sent people to go check on them and stuff like that, and I ended up coming to the defense, I guess, of France or something. I'm not exactly sure. A long time ago. Anyway, just to go see what was going on inside the cities to try and. I think some the cities in France were being attacked or by somebody, so I sent an army to go and see who was attacking, what they were doing, and they ended up loving me for it or something like that, or liking me for it. They went in there and they defended or stopped the people that were killing everyone. Um, anyway, because I had some businesses in France, but I didn't actually own the country. So anyway, I bought Germany. I was developing it, blah 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 blah, and then I bought not France, Italy first. I probably did buy France. I think I did buy France eventually, but I didn't really need all that much more land. It's like, how much land do I need? So anyway, mostly it was Poland. Like I said, the Renault family or someone lived in Poland, or I was doing stuff up that way and stuff like that. Like I say, we were looking at a larger and larger population, and I was trying to account for, expanding a population. Like I said, basically Germany and Poland and France and Italy were like these little powerhouses of invention and design. I was mostly in Europe, And I was just around there, and some people were like, "You got the good land. You got the easy stuff." And it's like, I built a dam and have this hydro system. That's why it's so nice here. And I think there was a problem with cold or something like that. Anyway, there's a few problems over there. But anyway, I owned all that stuff, and then so anyway, about the word all, like I didn't, it didn't actually exist until I decided to. I was like, you all decide my name or something like that. I was like, all it is then, because like I had so many people and so many groups and everything else that I mean, it's just like I didn't really care about my name. I mean, my name was Lucifer Star, but and Brian, but uh, and like I say, like Allison, like I was building, I was for the Kamatov KA-26, like I wanted to do that helicopter, and like I say, we needed twin rotors, but one engine wasn't enough for twin rotors, and there was also the problem of steering it, and I wanted it to be safe, so kids and stuff, so you couldn't just walk up and go, yeah. Like with the Bell 47, like you can just walk up and go, and kill yourself. That rotor, the tail rotor, will chop off an arm, no problem. And so, I mean, so I wanted it to be safe, I mean, the Kalatov 26 is still kind of a dangerous helicopter in that, the blades can hit people in the head and kill them. But that's a little bit safer than the Bell. So anyway, so I needed two engines and stuff. So we were designing the transmission for that and getting that all done. And it's basically a direct drive and all that. But and also like figuring out the gear ratios with that too. That was kind of an issue my scientists did that, my engineers. But anyway though, like we designed also the submarine transmissions as well and stuff like that. So, or the submarine stuff and the train transmissions and all that. Like we really hadn't done. We hadn't really gone to the electric system yet. I mean, it was a very expensive thing. I mean, the electric, the diesel to electric thing was like insane, and it wasn't really until I was putting my dynos on the steam engines that we really started to mess around with electric motors and stuff like that. And like I said, I had Washington D.C., which was DC motors, and we had DC lights, but it was all small. Like it couldn't go that far. We had to have a lot of smaller power stations and stuff like that. So it was rather expensive there too. Anyway though, I mean, I was spending so much money, but that was later on. I mean, but mostly I started around in Germany, and I kind of meandered and kind of was going up. Like things were happening, and I was making decisions. I was like, okay, I want to do it like this, and I want to do it like that, and like I say, and there's times where I was like, my people were like, I don't know how long we can hold out without but they would send messages to me saying, we don't know how long we can hold out and problems. Like I said, I had some training things and all that, and the I guess the police had been killed, the army had been killed, and we were down to the resistance forces in certain towns, and they were being overrun. And so, getting supplies and guns to them, or weapons or ammunition to them was an issue. So, and like I say, some RAF pilots, risked their lives to basically go in there and do an ammo drop into Warsaw to try and give those people some ammo and some food and also medical supplies, because there was also wounded and hurt people there too. And so, and it was just, so they flew in there, and I think they lost one aircraft, or almost lost one aircraft, I'm not sure. Although, with me, like usually, like, if it was one of my things, like usually people would be like, okay, we're not going to shoot. It's kind of cool sometimes when people were doing things for me. They wouldn't shoot. So, but anyway, they dropped in the medical supplies and the food, and I think some guns. I'm not sure about the guns. Mostly it was medical supplies and food, but the resistance was suffering in Warsaw. I hope I gave it to the right resistance, but like I say, they were under heavy attack, and I don't know who they said they were being attacked by, Germans or something, but I don't think it was the Germans, because the Germans didn't attack. Like my troops didn't attack, so But there's a lot of people wearing German uniforms, and there's a lot of chaos back then.